everyone. I would like to use the foam roller today in class, and I'm gonna go back and forth using the roller, using the ball, and like a therapy ball, so anything that you have on hand. Size is up to you. If you have like a tennis ball, that works, or like a yoga tuna ball or a ping ball. So I have a couple different sizes, and I have a strap also for the end of class. But today I'd like to work from the top of the body and then travel down. So we'll hopefully hit most areas. So let's get started with the roller behind you. So I'll use the roller to warm up. And by the way, I also set up my chair here, my high chair, because I would like to do a couple stretches using a chair for support. Okay, you can be done at the wall as well. That works. Okay, if you don't have a chair nearby. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start here, nice and easy. So we're gonna lie down, and you'll place that roller right at the base of your skull, and have your feet the width of the mat. And rest your arms by your side. So outer rotation of your arms, roll your shoulders down, and you can just hold on to the roller on each side here. So the first thing you'll do is just start to rotate the lower body. So we'll drop the knees like windshield wipers to the right and to the left. All right, so nice and easy. So feel like you're giving yourself a little traction here on the back of your neck. Just dropping the knees to the side and other side. So continue doing that action, and as you drop your knees to the left, turn your head to the right and look down at your right shoulder, and then go up and over, knees to the right and head to the left. All right, so just continue on your own rhythm, knees moving opposite to where the head is turning. Okay, so just a couple more like this. Last one, and then come back to center. Good. From here, lift your head up and slip the roller underneath your shoulder blades. All right, bring both hands behind your head, so you're supporting your neck here. And from here, let's just go ahead and arch back and over the roller, and then come up. And we'll just do a few more like this, and we'll definitely work a little bit deeper into that T-spine today. Right now, just working a little bit of a back bend here, arching back, and then flex. Draw the ribs down. Again, go back and up. And then one more time. Now this time, hold it back. And then same thing, you're gonna drop your knees to the right, and then drop your knees to the left, and then start to rotate a little bit of that torso. As you drop your knees right, take the torso over to your left, and then as you drop your knees left, take the torso over to the right. All right, so just a few more like this. Again, up and over, knees dropping. And just one more time each side. Last one. And then bring it back to center. All right, use just the roller here, doing that a lot. All right, and then bring both hands behind your head again. Lift your hips this time. And then from here, let's lift your hips up, coming into a little bridge here. And then lower your hips down. Okay, so again, make sure the head's supported. It's a lot on the neck, so push your feet into the ground and then lift up into a bridge. And then lower. Two more times. Again, press and lift. Lower the hips. And then one more time. Lift. And then lower halfway. And here we're just going to roll up and down that T-spine. So right in between your shoulder blades. You're pushing with your feet. Just rolling up and down. Now you can always keep both hands behind your head if you need that support. If you can, go ahead and clasp your hands. So bring one arm in front of the other, and then same thing, roll forward and back. And then pause, switch the crossing of the arms, other arm on top, and then same thing, roll front and back. And then pause right between your shoulder blades, hands behind your head, lower your hips all the way down. All right, from here, let's go ahead and lay back just a little bit, but make sure you don't hyperextend that spine. And just side bend towards your right, then side bend towards your left. So draw the ribs and pelvis closer together, side bend, side bend. Again, to the right and to the left. Twice more here, to the right and to the left. Bring it back to center. Again, lift your hips and roll front and back. Maybe a little more hip extension, and then lower your hips. Hips up and down. Two more. Hips up. One more time. Now pause with the roller right in line with your underarms and lower your hips down. Okay? So from here, we're just going to move from side to side. So keeping your feet in place to start. Let's go ahead and drop the knees towards your right. So you're going across to the right underarm and then go up and over and to your left. All right? So like you're tracing a line right from armpit to armpit. All right? So we're just moving across the back, landing on one side and the other side. And then next time you face me, you hold, right? So you can see what we're doing here. And then again, you want that underarm right on top of the roller. Okay, and then from here, we'll just rotate towards the roller. This time the feet stay in place and the knees stay in place. And we're just gonna rotate down towards the roller and up. So getting into the lats here. Also deep in the underarm area, subscapularis, so getting some release right in there. Okay, two more times. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Cross friction here one more time. And then release, come up. From here, let's extend the bottom arm. Extend your top arm, so both arms. Fold over that roller. Breathe into it. And then again, a little bit of cross friction here. So with the arm overhead, might feel a little bit more. Keep moving across side to side. So just oscillate. Moving across. One more. And now, face down, bring that top hand, hands on top of that roller. And here we're gonna sweep the bottom arm back. You're gonna rest that arm on top of the roller behind you. Okay, and then we're just gonna move forward and back. So you can do this with the hips on the ground, and we're just stretching right in front of the shoulder, getting also into the pecs. If you'd like more, you can elevate your hips and just press front to back. One more time here. And then pause again. From here, we'll take that arm, sweep it overhead. You're gonna bring your hand behind your head, the top hand, and then we're just gonna go back down. So reach the arm back over the roller. Again, sweep it overhead. Rotate that spine face up, and then again down into that stretch. Top two more times. Up and over, and all the way down and back. One more time. So also working that shoulder mobility here. Last one, and then all the way down. From here, let's go ahead and press on up, and let's take that roller to the opposite side. Okay, so I'll just move it, but however you want to do this one. So we'll start But again, facing up. And then I'm going to go back side to side like we started, okay? So lift your hips. And let's roll forward and back a few times again. Just check in. Okay, one more. Now bring your hips down. Let's drop your knees towards that side. And then up and over. So again, we'll do this a few more times. Just going across. And we're going to do the same sequence on the other side. So I'm going to go 2 more passes here so I finish on the side that I haven't rolled on yet. Next time, come back to side B. Okay. So side B, right there. Good. All right, so starting here, again, hand behind your head. Let's start by folding down and then come up. So a little cross friction here. Again, couple more passes here. Lift and lower. One more. And then release from here. Extend the bottom arm. You'll take that top arm overhead and lay over the roller. So right into those lats. Now you could slightly move forward and back or simply hold here. And then slowly release, hands behind your head. So let's go ahead and fold forward. Top hand goes on top of the roller. Then take the bottom arm in front of you and let's sweep that arm back. Rest that arm onto the roller and let's start to press forward and back. So if you want more here, you could always elevate your hips and press forward and back, or hips on the ground. And don't go so far down that you're rolling down onto the breast tissue, so you're right across the shoulder and the upper pec region. So right in the muscle here, one more time. And then pause. Keep reaching the arm back. Now hand behind your head. So now let's mobilize the shoulder. You're gonna reach the arm up and forward, overhead and forward, and then sweep it back, face down, reach the arm back. And then again, arm goes over, so you roll back, so there's that rotation again, and then sweep the arm back. 2 more to the front, and to the back, and then one more time to the front, and then all the way to the back. Pause here, press on up. Very good. All right, let's go to the first side that we were working on and bring the roller to that side. So I was on my left, so I'm bringing my roller to the left side. So I'm gonna bend my left knee and that left knee close to the roller, and then I'm bending my right knee in the same fashion, right? So it's that zigzag type pattern here. So both hips down. So I'm just gonna work a little bit of side bending here from using the roller and adding some rotation. So side bend rotation with the roller. All right, so your hand is close to the roller. You're gonna push the roller out. You're gonna lean over the side 3 times and then come back up. Again, lean over. Come up. Again, one more. So after that side bend, we'll add rotation. So side bend, now hold it and then rotate towards that roller. Let's push the roller away 3 times and then pull it back in. Again, push it away. Pull it back in, one more time, push it away. Pull it back in, come back to center, and then come up. And let's do that again. So come up, side bend, and then right into that rotation, press it 3 times. Come on up. Abs engage, press, pull, one more. Pull, and then face forward. Come all the way up. Last time here. So last one. Up and over. Hand on that roller. Again, push it away. Pull it back in. Push it away. Back in last time. Push it away. back in, de-rotate, come on up, and switch side. All right, so swivel your legs the opposite direction. Have the roller to the other side. All right, so hands rest on the roller, shoulder down. So let's do the same. We're gonna take that side bend 3 times. Just lean over the side. Come on up. Again, side bend. Come up. One more, side bend. So now we'll side bend and rotate. Come on up. Now rotate towards that roller and then push forward 3 times. Pull it back in. Again, press it away. Come on up. One more time, press. Come on up, slide that hand in, de-rotate. Come up. Again, twice more like this. Side bend, stretch through that side. Hand on the roller, push it away. Hands back, shoulder width apart. Press, again, reach. Back up, last one, press. Come on up, de-rotate. Side bend, up. Last time, side bend, face the roller, push it away. Pull it in. Again, push it away. Pull it in one more time. Push it away. Bring that back hand in the center. Face the front. And come all the way up. Very good. All right, so that's the first part. So we're going to put the roller on its side. And I'd like to use a ball. And I'm going to go with a smaller ball for this. And I'd like to work at the lower part of your thoracic spine. So getting right the lower tip of your shoulder blade. So in between, again, the base of the shoulder girdle, the scapula, and the spine. So we're gonna be right in that spot here. Okay, so we're gonna kind of free up that area here. So I want the ball, okay, so right at the very tip of the bottom tip of my shoulder blade and my spine. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab one that's a little smaller. This one seems too big for me. So, here we go. So I'm just getting something a tiny bit smaller. Now, say you don't have a ball, you can just continue to foam roll on that T-spine like we did before. Okay, so here, that's much better. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop my knees over to the right and then back up. Now I'm gonna take my left arm and I'm gonna extend it to the left side. And then again, drop the knees to the right. And then back up. And again, drop my knees to the right. Back up. A couple more times. Drop the knees right. And then back up. And then one more. Drop the knees. And then back up. Now take your right hand, bend that elbow, and then bring that arm and rest it in the lower back. So I'm gonna bring my arm in the lower back. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna drop over to the right and then back up. Again, drop over. I'm getting a little bit internal rotation in my right arm. Again, drop the knees right. Back up, and then one more time. Drop the knees. Pause here now. Take an extra breath. And then release the knees up. All right, so very quick sequence here. Same on the left side. And just observe what just happened. So by loosening up, notice how maybe it affects the whole right shoulder blade. How you can, that shoulder blade feels a little more connected now to the ground. So take the left side. So again, take that ball. So bottom tip of that shoulder blade and close your spine. And then from here, I'm just gonna rest my right arm to the side. Doesn't matter what you do with your left. And we're just gonna drop the knees over to the left. And then back up. So I'm just gonna go a little bit closer each time. Okay, so dropping those knees over and then back up. And again, drop those knees over left, come back up. One more. Come up. Now I'm gonna take my left hand and I'm gonna slide that hand underneath my back, internal rotation, and then try not to sway my back too much here. So I'm keeping my core engaged, and then I'm gonna drop my knees left, and then back up. Hug and drop. Come up. 2 more. And then 1 more. Drop. And then all the way up. Release the arm. Release. Remove the ball. And lay down and check in. All right, good. So let's go ahead and find your foam roller for the next part. Okay. So next, I'm going to bring the roller in between my rib cage and my pelvis. So right in that waist area on my right. Okay, so let's bring that ball. Okay, and then I'm going to face the side. From here, both hands behind your head. Okay, so pause here and go ahead and start to rotate to the right and to the left. So again, we're just going to go back side to side. So again, that roller is right beneath your rib cage, above your pelvis, going front to back, twice more, front and back. 1 more time, and back. Now hold here. If you can, extend the bottom arm and then rest over that roller. Take both arms over. Hold here. And see if you can take some nice thoracic breaths. 1 more deep breath here. And we are going to use the ball to get into that QL right now. I'm just showing you one other way to get into that spot with that roller. And then slowly press on up. From here, go ahead and face up a tiny bit. Stay on your elbow, and here we're just going to roll up and down. So you're not quite on the side now. You're a little bit more posterior in the back, rolling up and down. So right in that lower back area to the right. Okay, 1 more. Pass, drop, swivel, and to the other side. All right, so we take that roller, and again, right in between the ribs and the top of your pelvis. Stay on your elbow to start. Okay, pause here. And then if it goes well, you can bring the hands behind your head. And then you can just start to move a little bit front and back. Front and back. And that could be quite deep. So I would take small movements, cross friction, side to side. Twice more, front to back. And then 1 more, twisting over that roller and back. Pause again. Then you'll extend the bottom arm, lay down, and then the top arm. And then take some nice deep breath here. And you can also move a little bit side to side, a little cross friction, but I wouldn't go too much movement here. Just allowing the muscles to soften, sink into the roller. 1 more deep breath. And exhale. Press on up. All right, from here, let's go ahead and face up a little bit. And here we're just going to roll up and down a little bit. Up and down. Good. Good. Up and down. You can also move side to side. One more time, side to side. And then slowly release and remove the block, the roller. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to be using a ball. And with a ball, I can do a little bit more contract release. And I can do a little bit more trigger point work. So if you want to continue, if you don't have a ball and you have a roller and you want to just repeat what we just did, you can. Otherwise, we'll just place that ball. And actually, since I have the roller, I'm going to use it to support my head on the side. So I'm going to go here. And again, I'll go back to the first position. I'm going to support my head here. And I have that ball, again, right at the base of my rib cage and right above my pelvis. So I'm just going to bend my back leg so I can give myself a kickstand here. And then from here, I'm just going to side bend. So I'm going to bring my ribs and my pelvis closer together, and then I'm going to release that action. Again, side bend. Draw the ribs and pelvis closer, and then release. Twice more, side bend, contract. So you could do it on the roller, by the way. I just want to show you something different you can work on to get into that QL. One more time here. And then release. And then from here, I can move again side to side. So I'm just going to go cross. I'm going side bend. I'm going side to side. Cross that QL. Couple more here, side to side. One more. And then release. Let's bring that right leg straight, the bottom leg straight out. And then I'm going to bring my knee in again towards my elbow. I'm going to contract. And I'm going to extend and release. Again, contract. And release. One more time. Pull it in, side bend. And then release. Pause here. Nice deep breath. And slide off the ball. And transition to the other side. So I'm just going to face the other direction. And same thing. So again, I'm just using that roller today to support my head. I'm going to bring that ball, same position. Okay, I'm going to stand on the top leg and just bring it back, just giving me a little support here, but you can keep both knees bent as well. All right, and here I'm just going to start by breathing. All right, and then I'm going to start my little bit of contraction here. So I'm bringing my ribs, my pelvis closer together, and then release. And I'm going to try to be a little bit more back than right to the side. So I'm a little bit behind because my QL is in the back. So the QL is that quadratus lumbar muscle. It's your side bending muscle. And for many of us, including myself, it's super tight. So I have to get on it all the time. So again, side bend, and then release. And then one more time, side bend. And release. And then from here, bend your knees. And here I'm just going to move a little bit side to side, so going across. Go back and forth here, so go back and forth, so I can kind of move it side to side. I can lift my hips, or I can keep my hips on the ground. I'm just trying to go a little bit further back, and make sure you're not rolling on the ribs, so you're right beneath your rib cage. Once more, lower all the way down. Now straighten that down leg. And then from here, I'm going to bring my knee in. I'm going to contract a little deeper and then extend. Again. Knee in, contract, and extend. Again, pull it in, contract, push it away. One more time. Pull and extend. Take an extra breath here. And release. Lie face up. Okay, so no roller, no ball. I'm I'm just gonna go into a twist here, okay? That gets pretty deep into the back. So you can just check in, maybe straighten your legs, checking how that lower back feels. We'll bend both knees. So there's many different ways that you can do some twists. I'm just gonna pick something super simple. We'll bend your knees. And let's start with your right side stretching. So we'll drop your knees over to your left side. And we'll just do a couple of different variations here. You can use that left hand to push your right thigh down. Melt the right shoulder down. And let's come back to center. Now drop your knees towards your right, stretching the left side. Push your left thigh down with your right hand. And let's come back to center. Now we'll cross the right thigh over and drop the knees towards your left. So just getting a little more into the hips here. So the next part, we'll come into a sitting position, and I just want to get into a bit of the lateral hips without the roller. So we're just going to do a static stretch. Come back to center, square up the hips, left thigh goes on top, scoot your hips to the left a few inches, drop your knees to the right. So we're getting to that lateral edge also of your hip, so we'll come right back to it. All right, and then come back to center, feet about hip width apart. Go ahead and drop your knees right, and then drop your knees left. Again, drop your knees right, and to the left. One more time, side to side. And let's come back to center. Roll yourself up. All right, so let's come into a sitting position now. Your option is to just sit cross-legged. So I'm going to start, so I'm mirroring you, so the right leg, your right leg will be on top. So you can either cross at the shin bones like this, so your right leg on top, and we'll take the left arm overhead, okay? Or you can take a double pigeon if you'd like. So whichever leg's on top, bring that same hand down. And I know we haven't really gotten to the hips yet, so may not be your deepest stretch, not my deepest yet. So now we'll take your outer arm, and then we're just gonna side bend. So I want to stretch through that side, that lateral, outer hip area, sweeping that arm overhead so you can bend that elbow here. Good, stretch and reach. Just 2 more deep breaths. And then 1 more deep inhale. And then exhale. Release. All right, so just fold forward. Feel the back opening up. And come up. And switch. Okay, so again, you can simply cross at the shin bones. That's fine. Now your left leg goes in front. Okay, like so. Again, you can cross the ankle over. Now the hand, same hand as the leg that's on top, on the ground. Outer arm up and over. And soften that elbow. Lean over to the side. So you should feel that stretch. I'm doing this for the lateral hip. So right now on this side. And again, 2 more deep breaths. And then 1 more deep inhale. You're gonna get right into the hips next. And then exhale. And come all the way up. Gentle fold. And again, we'll retest those hips afterwards, okay? So let's come on up. Uncross the leg. All right, and shake it out. Great, so we're gonna get into the glutes first. So I'm gonna show you first with a roller, okay? And then, so if you have one or the other, you can stick with what you have, okay? But today I just want to show you both ways, okay? So we're gonna go into sitting. Right, so my hands are back, and we want to be sitting. So I'll just face the side, I guess, here. Okay, so I want my sacrum on top of the roller here. Scoop my tailbone in, and I'm just gonna roll up and down my sacrum. Up and down, up and down. Okay, so I'm right above my tailbone. Now from here, I'm just going to lean towards the right, and I'm just going to roll up and down the glutes. So I'm going to do this first roll, then we're going to lie down on the back and head down, and we'll be elevating our hips. I'm going to do a little bit here of mobility work for the hips, and then I will show you the ball release. Okay, so here we go. And now I'm just going to bring my knees across to the right, back up, to the right, back up, one more to the right, back up, now cross the right over your left. So I'm in that figure four, and again I'm just going to roll up and down a couple times here to just loosen up the tissue a little bit. One more time. And then uncross the leg. Pivot towards the other side. All right, and then again, I'm just going to move up and down like so. Good, and then bring my knees up, and then across, again up, and then across twice more, and then one more. From here, stay leaning to the side, cross the leg over, and roll up and down, front to back. Stretching into those hip rotators, into the glutes. Couple more here, and then one more. And then come back to center, and go ahead and sit in front of the roller, and bring the roller right in front of you. Let's lie down onto your back. Elevate your hips and slip the roller under, okay? So that's the way to get into it rather than sitting and then rolling back. So this is the position we're starting with. So from here, I'm going to bring both knees up. I'm going to bring my right knee to my chest, take the left leg up, and it's lower the left leg. And then come up. Again, lower your left leg. Back up. Twice more. Keep your core engaged. One more. Let's hold that left leg. Drive that knee in towards your chest. Now, the leg might be on the floor, but it doesn't have to be right now. It doesn't really matter. So actually keep that down leg, your left leg, fairly active, reaching as you draw that right knee to your chest. All right, bring the left leg back up. We'll switch side, bend your left knee, right leg goes up, hug it in, and then again, lower that right leg. And then come up. Again, right leg lower. So we're also stretching the hamstring of that straight leg. Again, lift, lower, and then one more this time. We'll keep that right leg long. Keep that right leg reaching. Hug that left knee in. So you should feel a nice stretch right in the front of that hip as well, and that right hip. And then bring the leg back up. This time, bend your right knee, left leg up. Now bend your left knee and you're gonna cross the right ankle above your left thigh. Okay, so in that figure four stretch. Now I'm gonna bring both hands on each side of that roller. And here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go across side to side. Okay, so I'm in that figure four stretch, that single leg pigeon. And then I'm just gonna cross side to side. Twice more. One more. hold here. Bring the leg a little closer. Actively flex that foot, that right ankle. And then from here, I'm going to slide my right thigh directly above my left. And I'm going to try to grab hold of my shin bones. Maybe you can grab hold of your outer feet, outer edges of your feet. And here, I'm just going to gently roll across side to side. So just checking in with those hip rotators on my right side, mostly here. One more breath. And let's bring both legs straight up. All right, switch leg. So I'm gonna bend my left ankle over my right thigh. And just hold on to that roller. And again, that little sway side to side. One more time, side to side. And then pause. Now you could stay here or you could try the thighs right on top of each other. And you can either grab hold of the outer shins or you can grab hold of the outer edges of your feet. Keep your left waist long, even with your right. And same thing, maybe a gentle sway here, side to side. One more pass, side to side. Pause again. Straighten both legs. Again, hold on that roller. Take your legs nice and wide. And then together. Again, extra rotation of your arm, of your legs. And then together. Twice more out. Together. Last one. And then all the way up, let's scissor your leg. Right leg up, the left leg lowers, and switch. So actively, as you lower one leg, you're pulling the other leg closer to you. One leg close, the other one down. Scissor your legs, so waking up those hamstrings here, and also working the mobility of your hips. So next, legs go up, wide to the side, and let's take half circle, helicopters, out and around, external rotation of your legs, back to center, outer rotation, go around, and then cross in the center, out and around, and just two more times. Last one here. Bring both legs up, bend your knees, elevate your hips, and slip the roller away from you. All right, from here, let's go ahead and push the roller away and grab a ball. So I'm just gonna get into a little bit more of the outer hips. So let's start with the ball to your side. So we're gonna go on the outside of your sacrum. So just pick one side and we'll do the exact same sequence, obviously. So right on the outer sacrum, feet are wide, and I'm just gonna move my hips from side to side. So I'm dragging that ball across. Again, if you do not have a ball and you have a roller, you can do the work on the roller that we did in the beginning, okay? So this just shows you how you can get a little bit deeper. And a little more precisely into those different areas here of the glutes. So the roller is going to be more superficial, the roller a little more precise. Okay, one more here. And now let's stay on the side. And I'm going to take that ball a bit higher up. I'm going to lean over to the side. Now I can use anything to support my head. And that down leg is nice and straight. So I'm going to do contract release first. So that pinky edge of my foot
is in the ground, and I'm going to actively drive that foot into the ground, contracting into that outer hip area, and then release. Again, drive, and then release. And then one more time, drive that foot into the ground, and then release. Now I'm bringing your legs straight up and lower. Again, lift your leg, lower your leg. Next time, hold your leg up. Now turn your leg in and out a few times. Rotate in, rotate out. Lower your leg as you do that. Internal, external rotation. One more. Stay. Sweep your leg back and forth. Again, sweep it back. Hip extension. Squeeze the muscle and then forward. One more time. Back and forward. Now back and pedal the leg 3 times, front to back. 2 more. 1 more time. Now bend that knee, cross it over the opposite side, face up, and move side to side, circle, simply maintain, or come up. And then roll around. All right, so we'll do the same exact sequence on the other side, so super short sequence, right? And then I'm gonna do a little bit more hip mobility before we hit our quadriceps and wrap up the class. All right, so here we go. Massage, one more. And release, uncross the leg and switch side. So lie down, other side. So first off, I'm just getting that ball right outside of my sacrum on the other side, and I'm swim my hips. One side, drop that knee, and drop. So you want to bring that ball, drag it across the tissue, and you can go find different spots here. One more time. Now, next time I'm going to lean sideways. I'm going to take that ball a little bit higher up, straighten my down leg so the pinky edge of that foot is on the ground. And I'm going to drive that foot into the ground. So actively push, contract that outer hip area, and then release. Again, push that foot down, actively contract, release, and then one more time, push, and release. Take that leg up, down, again, lift, lower, lift and hold, stay here, turn your leg in and out, rotate inward, outward. Do that and lower your leg. Spin it in, spin it out. Moving at the hip joint. One more. Keep your leg hovering off the ground. Straight leg goes back. And sweep it forward. Again, sweep it back. Hip extension. And forward. Back. And forward. Let's pedal the leg. So back, bend, straight, kick, bend, straight. One more. Back, bend, straight. Bend your knee and hold. And either face up, come up, and roll around. So again, find different spots. Massage it out. Hydrating that tissue. Couple more passes here. Okay. Turn around here. And one last. Spin around. Uncross that leg. And remove the ball. Mat here. Okay, good. All right. So, a few things left here. So, I'd like to bring you into the low lunge, because we worked on that mobility at your hips. So I'm going to bring the right leg forward,
So we're coming into a lunge. And that's your low lunge, okay? So back knee. So make the lunge long, like a longer lunge, okay? The toes point dead ahead, your toes. You can bring that foot out to the side, but keep your toes for now pointing dead ahead. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my right knee out to the right and then back in. So I'm pushing my foot down and I'm gonna move my right thigh out and in. A couple more times. Right thigh out and in. One more time. Now pause here. So I'm pushing my right thigh out, so externally rotating my legs. Seeing those hips. Now I'm going to start to turn towards the right. Right, so I'm rotating my torso towards the right, that bent knee. And now we'll go around to the other direction. We're not going away yet. So I'm just going to turn towards the left. So rotating that spine, I'm pushing my foot into the ground here. Good, and then come back to center. From here, I'm just going to pivot on the pinky edge of that right foot. Okay, I'm gonna push that outer foot down. And then same thing, I'm just gonna move a little sway here, side to side, side to side. And then I'm gonna rotate towards my right. Pause. No sensation in the knee. And then I'm gonna go the other direction. I'm pushing the outer edge of my foot down. Okay, and then come back to center. Now I'm gonna bring that right foot across. I'm gonna go to single leg pigeon here. So I'm bringing across. Now if it doesn't work for you, you can always lay on your back and just thread the needle, crossing that right thigh over your left. Otherwise, you come here into that pigeon shape that you've seen before. We did this on the roller. We did this on our back. You did this sitting, external rotation of your hip. And now I'm going to move around a little bit with that one too. So I'm just going to rotate towards the right. And I'm going to pause here a little bit. And then I'll press on up. And then I'll walk over towards the left. And then again, I'm going to fold. And then press on up. And then I'm come back to center. And all the way down. So we can rest right here just for a few seconds. Bring more space into that hip capsule. Keep that foot in front, flex, so you want to protect, stabilize that knee. One more deep breath. Breathing into those hips and exhale fully. Press on up. And then from here, let's go ahead and come back. And you can just take a downward facing dog. You can just transition all fours. If you want to take all four, maybe stretch that right leg back. Okay, so just so you can feel the back of the knee open back up. And let's take that other leg forward. So we'll take the left foot forward, so coming into that lunge. And right away, low lunge, sing the hips. And again, it's a long lunge. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is place my left hand on my left foot. And then I'm just going to bring my knee out and in. All right, so I'm just pressing it out and in. Now keep that knee out. Hold here. Okay, and now I'm just going to rotate towards that bent knee. Doesn't matter which way you start. I'm just going to move around. So I'm pushing my thigh out. Actively, I'm keeping my foot pointing dead ahead. And then back to center. And then I'm going to reverse. So I'm just going to rotate towards the opposite side. center. Pause here. Now roll onto the pinky edge of that foot. And again, you can do a gentle sway here, side to side. Easing into it. And then hold here, so keep that outer foot pressing down. And same thing, I'm going to rotate towards that leg. And a gentle twist here. You can even use your elbow to push your thigh out. There you go. And then keeping that outer rotation, I'm going to move my torso now towards the right or the opposite side. And bring it back to center. Okay, now come on up. And I'm going to bring my foot across and set up for that single leg pigeon. So square up the hips. And before we settle into that forward fold, we'll just take that little twist. I'm going to twist towards the left first. Bow down. Again, make sure you flex that ankle. Fold. And then come up. Then walk over to the other side. And then fold. Bring it back to center. And now, fold forward. Forehead down, or you can use any support under your head. So from here, we're just going to do one more set here with the roller. I'd like to do the quad roll to finish. One more deep breath. And then release, press on up. Again, press back. Downward facing dog. Drop to your knees. Coming onto all fours. Actually, I'd plan the hips decoupling after this. So let's do that one real quick. I'm just going to do it 3 times on each side. Take the right knee forward, the left hand forward. Right, so you're staggered. Opposite hand to knee. From here, we're going to exhale fully. You're going to drop the chest. Let the shoulder blades come together. Drop your head. You're going to bring your hips back. Sit back. Check forward. So it's exhale, drop. Hold that breath out. Sink back. Inhale, shift forward. One more time. Exhale, drop. Hold. Hips back. Inhale, forward. Switch side. Opposite hand to foot, to knee, sorry. Right, so you come into that little staggered position. Exhale, drop. Back, hold that inhale breath. Inhale, shift forward. And then again, exhale, drop. Hips back. Inhale, forward. One last time, exhale, drop. Hold that breath. Inhale, forward. And come back onto hands and knees. Good. All right, so let's find your foam roller. So I'm just going to have time to finish with this today. So find your foam roller for thigh stretch. So I'm going to bring that roller underneath my thighs, and I'm coming onto my forearms. All right, and we're just going to glide front and back. Just wrapping things up here, just so we get a little bit of that quadricep release here. So I bring your legs into like a little V shape. And here I'm going to bring my feet together. And then I'm gonna straighten my legs. Again, bend your knees, feet together, and then extend the legs. Twice more, pull it in. And a bit of the inner thigh as well here. One more time, pull it in. And extend, keep your legs straight, bring them a little closer together. Now angle both legs towards one side, go up and down, and then angle both legs towards the opposite side, and then go up and down. One more time each side. And another side. And then come back to center, all the way up and down. Once more. And down, roll to either side. Let's get into those IT benches because we're here already. Might as well. Front and back. Now I like to bend and straighten my down leg, the leg I'm rolling on. You don't have to. You can also bring that foot on the floor and give yourself more support to do that, okay? But try bending and straightening that down leg. Couple more here, bend and straight. One more. Release. And then face down, come back to your quad roll. And transition onto the other side, all right? So again, up and down. Again, use the support. If you need here, you can cross that foot over, stack both legs. Make sure you don't cam onto that bottom shoulder, so keep that bottom waist active. And if you did so, you can try to bend and straighten that leg. Just back and forth. Couple more times, almost there. And then one more, up, down. Full pass, up, down. Face down. Quad roll, two more. And then one last. And let's face down. Lie down. Bring the roller in front of you. My mat keeps like big toes together. Sit back. And just push the roller away from you. So just finishing here in that easy child's pose. Now with the arms, hands on the roller, probably getting a little bit more sensation into the shoulder. And we created a lot of space there in the beginning. Feel the hips sinking back towards the heel, stretching that low back. Hips a little more open, thighs more pliable, and let's come on all the way up. All right. Thanks, everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's class. I will see you again in one of the other classes this week. All right. Thank you. Hydrate.